Transition there. Check, check, check. Check, check, mic check. We got some audio there now. Audio. I think I fixed it. Okay. Did that work? I checked it. No. Got it? You got it? Working? Oh, all right. All right. Cool. Awesome. Super cool. All right. Woo! Cool. I fixed it. Yeah. Like I said, I watched so many, well, I guess you guys didn't hear me, but I was watching so many tutorials today on how to really get all this set up. And man, this is a lot of work for me. So thank you. Thank you all for being here. Sorry for that little delay. Nice little introduction there for everybody. Waking up, glad to hear. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Misty. Thank you for your patience. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Much love. Yeah, jumping right into detoxification. A lot of people really get confused when it comes to detox, and what I want to tell you guys is the most simple principles here that you can apply to your life and just be able to understand detox in a way that you can incorporate this into a lifestyle that really works for you. So the biggest part here is you have to understand the 4 detox pathways, understand like really what's happening when it comes to detox in the body, right? Our lungs are so important. That's 70% of detoxification is happening through our breath, through our respiratory system. Air pollution is so common. There's so many things happening in our world right now that are just completely, environmentally destructing ourselves, right? So before we get into diet, before we can get into really anything else, we have to talk about our environment and what we're doing as far as the air we breathe. Okay, this is something I could talk to you guys about for hours, right? Big reason why I moved here to Hawaii. Big reason why I wanted just to be here all around. Alaska is where I spent a lot of my time as well. Kind of been going back and forth, since 2011, and it's because the purest environment that I can imagine in the United States. Those two right there, Alaska and Hawaii. Really just excited because it's one of those things where if you don't think about your environment, right, and what you're absorbing, then you're going to just like be juicing and doing these detox protocols way more often than like what you would be if your environment was just pure and pristine and undomesticated in its first place, right? That's how I think of this. That's how I really want to acknowledge what's happening. So cool. And let me test this as well, because I have this set up to do like a split screen, because what we're talking about is like the first step, which is the lungs, right? Detox in the lungs. And I have this set up as a split screen. Let's see if it works. I'm gonna go for it. Oh, no, didn't work. Let's try it again. Oh, didn't work again. Oh, my bad. Let's keep it up here. Sorry, 1 second. Let me see if I can fix this. 1 second. To do detoxification protocols, what I'm doing is I'm pulling this up on my like a Google, just to get like a web browser up so I can show you a few things. The audio input looks good. Everything looks good over here. We're going to transition one more time. Hit that button. Nope. Didn't like it. Didn't happen. Oh, that's why. Okay, let's try it again. No. Okay. Let's see. One more time. Google screen. Properties. And voila. There we go. Got it. Yeah. All of this is new to me. So thank you. Okay, here's my website. All right. Check out the podcast. I do coaching sessions, talk about iridology in this video, because at the end of the day, iridology is really what you have to understand when it comes to detoxification. For those people that do not know, who have never heard of iridology, I'll just read what I have here. Iridology is an alternative medicine technique that looks into patterns, colors, and other characteristics of the iris that can be examined to determine information about one's physical, mental, and spiritual health. So, I do a lot of iridology sessions. I have 3 basic packages here that you can, do a private session with me anytime. Some testimonials, and then a little affiliate shop. What I want to talk to you guys about right here, we can bring up Google and talk about the number one thing right here. Right here, lymph nodes and our lymphatic system, right? This is what it comes down to when it really want to get into detox, right? Because people, I think they think about the blood, they think about things like healthy and, breathing, but at the end of the day, all of that waste is coming out of your detox pathways, right? Which is this lymph system. I think people get confused when it comes to detox and actually how to do it and the physical part. So that's why I just wanted to bring up the lymphatic system. All of this that's happening within the body is lymph nodes. Mostly right here, in the groin, and really walk right here and all in the inner thigh, circling all the way back up into the neck, forearm. I mean, this is huge right here. So lymph massage, right? That's something a lot of people don't do. And I would highly advise doing lymphatic massage, getting lymph system moving, breath work, number one, right here, activating this system. Now, as far as number two, when you think about the detox pathways, all right, we need to sweat, okay? Sweating it through our skin. That is the second detox pathway. It's the largest organ in the body, right? A little bonus for you there. And this is the same thing when it comes to the detox system and how it's connected to your organs, the lymphatic system. This is a cool picture, actually, because it has the layers, right? Going from bone, organ, lymphatic system. Your spleen is the largest lymph node. A lot of people ask about the spleen. I think all you need to really understand is, again, that the lymphatic system is that sewage pathway that we really need to, get going in the body. Gotta stay hydrated. Man, it's hot. Sweating. So again, right there, I'm talking about sweat. I'm sweating. I'm staying hydrated. There is so much going on with the lymphatic system. There's so much, lymph that needs to be stimulated in the areas. A lot of what I see, in the iridology is a stagnant lymph system, right? That's something that, you can see right here, especially as these dark spots and all of this white. All of this is just a backed up lymphatic system, a very stagnant system. We'll get more into iridology later. I just wanted to chat, more about the lymphatic system. Raku, nothing but love and gratitude. Much love. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for joining. Much love. I truly appreciate it. The lymphatic system is huge, and I want to really just talk about the third, transitioning to the third pathway, which is our urine, going through our urine system. Again, everything is processed through this lymphatic system, and I'm just curious what happens if I type in detoxification. What happens? What shows up? Oh, I spelled it wrong. My bad. Too fat. Oh, it's just a bunch of images. Yeah, maybe a little picture of the liver. Nothing too exciting there. I thought it was going to come up with a map. So back to the lymph nodes, because again, this is the major pathway for all of that waste. Everything is traveling through the lymphatic system. Everything needs to exit the body. Think of everything, we have over 60 billion cells, right? All of them are taking in energy and excreting waste. Where's that waste going to go? Instead of addressing, superfoods and cleanses and these things, just address these detox pathways that I'm talking about. And that's really where everything is going to get, you're going to speed up your entire, health, longevity, vitality, because you're actually feeling good when you do these protocols. So I highly encourage you, wrong button. Highly encourage you to, get the lymph moving, start sweating. First, again, was breath work, conscious breathing, obviously meditation. If you want to watch some of my guided videos on YouTube or just do any particular breath work, conscious breathing is so important. Like I said, 70% of our detox pathways are going through the breath, through the lungs, through all of our lymph nodes that are available there. So the third one, okay, is, or actually the fourth now, is the stool, right? So we have the breath, breath, the skin, urine, stool, right? I thought I already said stool. One of the things that a lot of people, obviously stool and defecating is something that everyone does, and everybody does in a way that, they already intuitively know that it's like waste, right? And I think urine is that same category. So I'm not going to talk about too much of that. The lymph system and the breath are kind of the two underestimated ones here that you can do, like I said, without even changing your diet or without any, complication right there. Everyone pubes. That's right. Hey, Desiree. Hi. Hope all is well. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Much love. Thank you. Yeah. And if you guys have any questions while I'm, recording this and getting online with you all, you just go right ahead. Please do not hesitate to ask questions. I'm happy that the software works. I'm happy that all of this is finally happening in a way that we can all be together. So it's just cool. It's really cool just to see you guys and to, be present with all of you here. So thank you so much for taking the time. And I'm going to be doing this really often. Now that I have all the software set up, I'm like, home in a very nice, grounded place out in the sanctuary. Just really happy to be in one spot. We've been traveling for a little while, and it just feels nice to be here. So the lymphatic system, again, is huge, okay, when it comes to understanding detox, understanding what you're doing in the human body, right? Get your breath work on. That should be a t-shirt plug right there. Go ahead and steal it if you want, but get your breath work on. Get, some sort of conscious breathing technique that's going to uplift your mood and the way that you go through life, right? And that's, again, 70% of the detox is happening right there. Live streams are a great place to build a community for your channel. Thank you for the advice. I have been in a big process here. Yeah, of just getting all of this set up and making it look legit. My webcam is horrible on this laptop. The audio quality was really bad. So it's been a long journey. So thank you all for being here. Many blessings so much. Detox is really important. Like I said, if you guys want to shoot me a question anytime, you're more than welcome to on the Infinite Cup Instagram page. Anytime I'm available, for you, I would love to be of service. And let's see, let's transfer over here one more time because, no, didn't work. Hold on. Oh, it's going to want me to do that every time. Okay. I think I'm starting to understand what's going on here. And it needs to be refreshed every single time I do it. So I get it. I'm just going to refresh the page one more time. Boom and boom. And we should be good. There we go. All right. So what I really want to talk about as far as the body is iridology. Okay. Oh, how did that happen? Here. There it is. And I was going to type in brown eye first. But so first off, did you know that there's only two true colors, blue and brown? That's it. I just posted that on my Instagram page the other day and got a lot of engagement from that. I knew there was a lot of questions. People were asking about green eyes. People were asking about gray and all these different colors. That's what I wanted to address because this, at the end of the day, is the most important conversation when it comes down to detox, all right? And this right here is a good example of what I'm talking about, okay? There are so many different colors, different mixtures. I mean, this is like pure tie-dye, right? So again, blue eyes and brown eyes. I'm curious how many people here, in the chat room are wonder, like, are you curious? I'm curious what your eye color is. Like, do you have a, who thinks, because I was born with green eyes, right? I was born on my birth certificate, my driver's license, it says hazel. And now my eyes are, really blue, transitioning to, something like this, like a true blue color. So that's one of those things that I'm just like you. I was totally convinced that I had green eyes and there was nothing I could do about it. And most people think that, it's just genetics and they have all these excuses and I can't do this for food or this for that. And it's like, at the end of the day, you can control everything. You can literally do all of this yourself. So Brian's got blue eyes. Good question, Patricia. What causes acid in the body? So, acid in the body comes from basically anything man-made. Think of it like that. Nature only created alkaline foods, and if we just were to go back to nature and eat real, electric jungle foods, as Dr. Sebi would say, that is something that a lot of things are just underestimated when it comes to the prana, the energy in our food. So, well, I only want to eat that. You know what I mean? I want to eat other things as well. I love curry. I love a lot of other, spices and things that are just exciting. And you can eat all of it, right? I'm not saying you can't have those foods. What I'm talking about is just energy, and the closest thing we can do to get that energy source, like closest to nature, the more on that alkaline side that it is. So just associate that with your energy and what you're doing, and it's a win-win. Light brown eyes, well, blue eyes, frequency, bluish, born baby blue, changing depending on my clothes, I guess. Tell people. Craig, I hear you. It changes a lot when you, your energy, your mood, and of course with the clothes that you're wearing. Blue, but it changes to different gray shades. Okay, so I'm curious if any of you have taken iridology pictures, because that's really what it comes down to, is taking a picture like this, and then you can really tell what's going on. This is a very stagnant lymph system. All of this, white right here, and at the, chronic acute stages goes right here into this darker color, and then this eye could go easily into a blue eye, or sorry, a brown eye from being too toxic, right? And then this is an example of like something in between. Right up here, I saw a picture. Yeah, this one. It's like completely in between, right? You can see I like to say, clouds. These are just Google images, by the way. These are none of my clients or anybody that I've ever done a coaching session with. All of that stuff is private. I just want to throw that out there because it's all about privacy, because this is way more than detoxing like your physical body. A lot of the coaching sessions turn into these real, transformative, transforming your body or transforming your life here. The point I'm trying to get here is it's like clouds, right? And you can see this beautiful blue eye right here. Really good genetics too. And then on the end, it's like this webby, hazy, cloudy day. With different levels and different degrees, and these are called lacunas here, and it's dark deposits from antibiotics mostly, and drugs and chemicals that we were all grew up with way back in the day, and it's something that we have to deal with, we have to address. So never heard of it, but it's interesting. My wife and I have blue eyes as well, as our 2 kids, but different shades depending on, so your genetics pass on, right, to 7 generations. And it's one of those things where you can actually get it down to the point where your genetics with your kid. So genetics, I just want to say, like, genetics are a part of the play, like you're passing that on, right? And if your kids have this color eye, if your kids are doing this and having similar symptoms, then that's where it stems from. And I just, at the same time, I want to say that, that doesn't inhibit you from changing it, right? I know people that were born with completely brown eyes, really dark, and changed it to blue. And I bring this up as far as iridology because this is the only thing that, in my mind, is like living proof that anything that you're doing works as far as detox and filtering and just overall health and vitality. I think a lot of the people, most people are just focused on the physical. And this is a way to go within. This is a way to look, the eyes are a window to the soul, and they don't lie. That's what I love about iridology. If you've never heard about iridology and had this, path when it comes to your eyes, then just look in the mirror. Go really look in the mirror and just get it, through that little layer there, and you're going to see so much. Be surprised. For me, I can see a lot here, and I can talk to you about this one eye all day. I just wanted to talk about detoxification in general. So this is the chart, or one of many charts, when it comes to iridology and how to practice iridology. And if you go further down this rabbit hole, you will understand that all of this is like pretty much the same when it comes to mapping the body, right? Think about Foot organ map. Foot organ chart. So, when you ever had a foot massage. Yeah, there's a good one. So a real foot massage, a real foot masseuse. So here, I'll swap it over and show you now. Oh, man, okay. I'm getting the hang of it. I don't know why I should have to refresh it every time. What I'm going to do is change this to this. Give me 1 second. 1 second. There it goes. I'm going to lock that bad boy and transition it. There we go. Check it out. So this foot chart, right? This is exactly what I'm talking about, right? When it comes to understanding detoxification, whether you're looking at the eyes, whether you're looking at the feet, like if you press, on this point right here in the middle of the foot, which is like 90% of people will have pain there, it's your kidneys, see? Right in the middle. Boom. And that's what I'm talking about. A lot of people have experienced a massage, right? So if you don't want to talk about iridology, has anybody ever seen this chart? Anybody watching? I'm curious. Have you guys seen like a foot chart like this before, or any other chart as far as the feet? Understanding the feet, that is the same thing as iridology, right? The same exact thing. So if you haven't seen this foot chart before, here's a little cool with the chakras, which is, very true as well. I like this chart. Probably the most comprehensive chart when it comes to really understanding your iris, the feet, as far as the correlating to the system to iridology and having that same kind of proof. I want to show you one more chart, but I'm curious, has anybody seen this? Dun, dun, dun. Craig, you've seen it. Nick, you've seen it before. Okay, so you get the correlation that I'm talking about. Okay, definitely been going through a lot of changes over there, waking up per se, and I'm so enthralled by what I'm learning. Awesome, brother. Awesome. Come on to the light. Come on in. Okay, so if you've seen this, and okay, there's the same exact one. It says organic. Whoops. Foot organ chart. We're going to say lip organ chart. In Ayurveda, this is used a lot, understanding the feet, understanding the lips, tongue, and teeth. Right there. Right? Another chart to show you exactly, the point that I'm talking about. So what we're understanding is the human body. Like the more you understand when it comes to detox, as far as these. Now, okay, the question is, how do you use this to filter, right? So that comes down to using these as pressure points and feeling pain. If you have pain, like a bruise pain, that feels sore and tender, and you didn't like just hit a rock or something, then that spot in your foot is going to lead to that organ system, which is going to hurt. Same thing with this, tongue, and then my favorite one that is not brought up often enough, and I could do a whole nother, live stream, which I probably will do eventually, about, teeth and meridians and cavities and all of that kind of stuff. Tooth organ chart. Same exact thing, right? I like this picture here. Understanding that every single tooth, right? Every single tooth goes right back down to an energy spot in the body. Has anybody seen this one? Anybody know what I'm talking about? This one is the most far out when it comes to really, thinking about your teeth and the importance of them. Has anybody seen this chart, or this one maybe? You can just go on Google and check it out for yourself after this live stream. It's one of those cool things. Nick Workman, Robert, I enjoyed your video with Drida. I shared it on my Facebook. Thank you. Thank Nick's. Oh my gosh, I appreciate that. Podcast was epic. I'm going to do more in-person podcasts. Stay tuned for that. Does having brown eyes mean something specific? My eyes are hazel. So if you have hazel eyes, you have blue eyes. So that's really what it comes down to. When you think about iridology and blue or brown eyes, it doesn't matter. Like, they don't mean anything specific. It's just you only have one or the other. Like, a true brown eye has none of these, right? Some people, like, this is a blue eye. See, this is a blue eye. This one right here in the middle is a blue eye. So let's type in brown eyes and show you, like, I'll show you like a true brown eye so you have something to compare it to. Like Alison, my fiance has true brown eyes. This right here is a true brown eye. These are not. And like that's definitely not. That's definitely not. That's a brown eye right there. Oh. Okay. So you see my point? Like, you only have true brown or true blue. They don't mean anything in particular. We could go down that rabbit hole of genetics and getting into spirituality and as far as astrology and things like that, but we're not going to do that. We're going to stick to detox. Stick into detox right now. So if you guys have any questions, like I said, while I'm kind of rambling through all this, just shoot it out, because I'm just excited to. Oh, let me just transfer that. There we go. Thank you for being here. Thank you for asking questions, everybody. I just wanted to get all of this going here, and I'm going to pull up different screens to kind of show you exactly what I'm talking about. And like I said, if you have any questions during this, please feel free, shout them out. And Brian, you said this is all new to you. Start somewhere. Start your actual techniques that you're doing at home with your meditation practice, with the yoga. I'm a certified yoga teacher. Something that I just do every single day, no matter what. I just love it. And if you have any, stiffness, soreness, a lot of people are basically experiencing lactic acid in the muscles, right? Just like when you work out, it's the same thing. The human body has to process that acid, get it through the system, and then when you're clean and feeling good, you're alkaline again. And it's important to recognize this isn't like bad or good, It's not like bad if you have, acid or things like this. It's important to recognize this because this is all a loving process and you're just working through it, working through your detox, working through all of this pathways, and this doesn't stop. You know what I mean? Like, I'm motivated to do this for my kids. It's really exciting. Frequency Revolution, thanks for being here. My son has an eye mutation. He has brown eyes and 1 1/4 of a pie shape of blue white. Oh, that sounds cool. Mutations are a little different than like detoxing. Obviously, if he has true brown eyes, that's probably what he has, beneath that. And then a mutation is something kind of, on a whole nother level that's just different when it comes to the genetics. It's, again, not bad or good, just something that's happening, That's why I talk about spirituality and kind of the karmic implications of all this stuff and what we're doing on the, spiritual and emotional level. Really important to understand that. Let's see. Can anybody see the chat room? Or is that just me? It looks like the whole box is black. My bad there. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Chat room. Yeah, it looks like it's just your screen. I can see little pictures, but it's black. Chat's good for me. Can you see what people are saying and everything in the chat room? Because I can change it kind of back to normal. Otherwise, we'll just keep on playing. Can everybody see everybody in the chat room? Can you see everybody in the screen right here? Right here? Oh no, right here. Right here. All right there. Can you see a chat box right there? Yeah, I can see I see the black for you though. Can you see everybody's writing? Is it black or white? I can change it. Chat is black on your screen, not on that screen. Okay. So on my screen, it's black. On your screen, you can see everybody. Everybody's good? Okay, cool. Oh, it's black? Tim, not on that screen, it's black? Let's see. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Sorry. I apologize. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Gosh, you guys are just putting up with all my stuff. Okay, here we go. YouTube chat room. One more second. Here we go. I'm just going to... let's see. go like that. And see if that did anything. Did that do anything? Dun, dun, dun. Chat box is black. How's that? Does that fix it for everybody? Did that work? Thumbs up. Can everybody see the chat box over there? Anybody see it? Anybody see it? Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. Man. Okay, I think all the technical difficulties are finally out of the way here. It's been quite a day, like I said. For those of you just joining in, I was talking earlier, like it's, the first 5 minutes of this, maybe even 10 minutes of the stream didn't even have audio. And we got the microphone set up. We got the lighting's great in here. All that stuff is great. It's just the technical processing of the streaming software that I just figured out today. It's just one of those things that you have to really put a lot of energy into. And I think I've finally figured it out. Cute, little tweaks here and there, and I'll get there. So thank you all for your patience. And it's good. Finally good. We can chat. We can hang out. And I think it's good. Frequency resolution fixed. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Appreciate it. All right, cool. So we got the chat room live. We got the box. Everything's looking good. Now, let's get back into our conversation about detox. All right. I'm curious if anybody listening right now, has anybody gone on like a juice cleanse or any sort of, liquid diet or anything like that? I'm very curious. If you have experienced that, then please let me know. And that's where I'm just pretty much going to, begin this conversation, because a lot of people are under the impression that, all you have to do is juice, and that's all you kind of have to do in order to detox. And that is a great way to get detoxing and to really get, on that for a while. But I did 30-day juice fast in 2016. Good job, Tim. Hell yeah. That's great. I mean, I've done a lot of fasting myself, especially juice fasting, and there is so much energy that comes from digestion, right? And at the end of the day, in yoga, we call this OJAS, AJAS. It's a 12-part cycle that has each part is necessary in equal to itself as far as assimilation and getting the nutrient value out of our food. And a lot of that is ignored or bypassed rather from one of those 12 parts is missing in most people because of for example, food combinations. That's probably the biggest one, is improper food combining, right? And when you juice, it kind of eliminates a lot of that digestion issue and food combining and stuff, because usually you're just juicing one or two things. You don't juice 20 ingredients into one bottle. I wouldn't advise that, at least. So it's just how it goes. Homemade juices are the best. Robert Reed, welcome. Just ended a 6-day water fast today. Congrats, brother. Congrats. See, that was my next step that I was going to talk about. Going from food, fruit fasting, water fasting, dry fasting. This is kind of the realm that you get into as far as these superior levels of detox. And it's really important to understand that all of this is tools on our tool belt, as I like to call it. Something like, if you feel the need to go in, to go really deep, like Robert right here, Reed, just did on his 6-day water fast, you're going to just shed weight. You're going to just really get more energy, vitality, longevity. That's what we're talking about. Brian's talking about smoothies for my wife, 2 young boys every morning, 4 years now. See, that's the way to go right there. Aloha all the way. There's so much, junk. And what I was getting to as far as the juicing, it's like you don't need to take it to that level, right? If you do, wonderful, more power to you. And what I'm talking about is slowly just incorporating this stuff into your everyday life. Slowly putting this into a practice that, works for you. And like what Brian's here talking about, smoothies every day. I mean, I love my smoothies. I love certain recipes that I've kind of just, made vegan and made super healthy that, I used to eat in the past. So that's the secret right there. Tim's talking about 16, 18 hours of intermittent fasting. I guess I didn't think about that one as far as plugging it into the little matrix there. that's something that is, kind of a big keyword, a key buzzword right now. And I think a lot of people get confused when it comes to the word intermittent fasting. I, as well, Tim, practice intermittent fasting, and it's something I don't really like talk about or call it intermittent fasting, because when you really got the food combining down, when you really have all of this down, you almost automatically are intermittent fasting, like I'm all about spacing my meals. Really, at the end of the day, that would be the way that I describe it. And again, in OJS, that 12-step process, digestion is happening in 3 places in the body. Let's start there. How many people understand that? How many people, I'm curious, any guesses, where does digestion happen in the body? The top 3, there's only 3 places in the human body where digestion happens. You don't have to get specific with like intestines, organ, specific thing. I'm just talking about the general places of the body. 3 places. Mouth is first, right there. Tim, he's got it. Yep. Okay, well, where does it go? Okay, Aline got the mouth. Perfect. All right, I think we got it. Then the stomach, 2. Awesome. What's next? Where's the 3rd place? Right. Cracking me up. Not processing. Tim, he's the man in here. I knew it. I knew you were going to guess it, right? So the small intestines, okay? Those are the 3 places, right? So when you think about food, throw it in the mouth. We're already digesting it. Enzymes are processing. Enzymes are coming up to the mouth, secreting from the pancreas right here, getting into our mouth, slowly digesting through the saliva, right? Even before you even touch it, right? When you smell it, right? Oh my gosh, the smell. Like I had a ripe pineapple on the counter for 2 days. I was like, whoa, like just smelling that thing every day. It was like intoxicating and just getting so ripe and amazing, where I finally just had to just eat it. So, my body was getting attuned to those enzymes in my mouth. Then, so you chew it, right? Yum, 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 swallow, right? Then everything goes into the stomach. Hangs out there, some more enzymes, some more washing, some more squishing and grinding. Hopefully you got some hydrochloric acid buildup. We're going to talk about that, because celery juice, if you don't, is the number one way. We all know about it, right? Medical medium. I mean, in my opinion, just incorporating that is going to be a lot easier than going on like a juice diet, liquid diet, or anything like that. So just get your celery juice on if you don't have the digestion that you're looking for. It's a little side note here, a little sidetrack, but what I'm getting to is the 3rd part, right, as Tim mentioned, is the small intestines, right? And, racks out. Please, love, gratitude, beautiful souls, got to take off. Look forward to your next live stream. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Much love. Much love. So much. The 3 parts, of the digestion is small intestines, right? So mouth, stomach, small intestines. Now, that's the cycle that's happening. So you can think about, if you wake up in the morning, you have this big burger, right? Sausage and egg with cheese. By the time it gets to your mouth, it's in your stomach. It's going to spend another 3 to 4 days if it has any type of meat, sausage product in it. And meanwhile, you have something, slowly, some of that food, a little bit of the starch, things going down to the small intestines. Now, you literally have things processing in your body at all 3 places, because you just ate another sandwich at 10 or 11 at lunchtime, right? So in that standard American diet, and that just, all around things that are happening, we're not, spacing our meals out evenly, and digestion is happening in all 3 places of the body. Therefore, it takes the human, energy system is being taxed, because it's in 3 places, producing enzymes, getting the hydrochloric acid, all that stuff is happening. So what's the solution? 1 place at a time, right? Big smoothie. Oh man, it just feels so good. You enjoy it. You feel it in your stomach. You feel it in your small intestines. You're like, yes, awesome. I remember on a juice cleanse, I had a little competition for myself. Oh man, it was like 3 years ago. And it was one of those things where I kind of just wanted to time myself from hole to hole, 30 feet, right? Everybody knows that. 30 feet all the way down. And, I did it in about 3 hours, meaning I drank the beet juice and I, defecated, had a little stool with beet juice in it. So you need to speed that up. So it takes, 2 to 3 hours to get it all the way through the system when you're juicing, when you're doing this high vibe stuff. And, at the end of the day, my point I'm getting to is having all of that digestion into one place, having that into one place in the body. Focus on that food in that place, and don't worry about, food combining, as far as that's the next step, like those certain foods. Ideally, it would be monomealing, having the mono meal by itself, right? And yeah, Tim, that's fast. It's something where it's like, obviously it's not like that all the time. It fluctuates, right? This is where Ayurveda comes in, because the liver, for example, is the most active between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., right? That high noon, that when the sun is up, we are a part of this earth. We are part of this circadian rhythm, that's happening in each individual organ system. And they're activated at different times based on our needs, based on what we're doing, right? Robert Reed, you just connected some dots for me. They talk about this in Ayurveda, clearing the stomach before you eat again. Now I understand why. Yes, exactly. And this is, for me, what came down to in my meditation practice, because when you're meditating and you have food digesting and, you have to go to the bathroom and stuff, it's not comfortable and you can't meditate for long periods of time. So naturally we should wake up and just have that bowel movement. It's like the first thing, right? And that's a part of the cleansing process in the morning before my meditation practice. And it involves showering, whatever you do in the morning before you meditate. Cleanliness is holiness. So cook food takes me around 24 hours to eliminate. Yeah, me too, Tim. I'm right there with you. And that's like a normal cycle, because both of us probably addressed the mucoid plaque. Okay, who knows what mucoid plaque is? Anybody? Before I put it up here on the Google image for everybody to see. I'm typing it in right now. Mucoid plaque. And the Google screen is going to work this time, I promise. Okay. Are you ready? Who knows what it is before Tim knows for sure. Mucus covered old food. That's a good example. Very good example. This is This is located in the small intestines, by the way. Mostly in the large and small intestines, obviously the colon too. It just depends on what's going on as far as what I like to call the toxic load. So who knows what mucoid plaque is? Can I do some light work? Can I say working as a buster while I fast? My life is pretty relaxed now. Yeah, Nick, I feel you, brother. When you're fasting while you work and stuff, I did it a lot at Whole Foods. I would bring 3 juices with me, and I have all my jars, and it was like keeping up with your 9-to-5 lifestyle, man. I totally hear you. You got to do what you got to do. Put in the work, dude. You're doing it. It's something we all got to do. All right. I'm just gonna go ahead and plug it. Are you ready? It's happening. Boom. That's it, everybody. This really disgusting stuff is mucoid plaque, hidden right here in the wall of the intestines. Okay, right here. So the next question is, how do you get it out? Best way to get the mucoid plaque: undigested proteins. Eileen Cass got it right there. I mean, that's the majority of what it is, especially in this modern age when everyone's pushing protein and you gotta get 500 grams of protein, bro. Do you even lift, bro? That's just how it goes. Fasting, right there, Tim. Yeah, obviously you have to stop the influx of these proteins before you can get it out, right? I'm not going to click on any of these pictures as far as what's happening, but a lot of this is happening in the intestines. And I just want to pull up a picture of the intestines to show you just overall what we should have, and as far as a healthy intestinal tract and a healthy intestinal lining. So the craziest part about this, Tim, 100% right. Kundalini energy is tied to all of this as well. Energy in the chakra system, and then digestion, all of this is correlated. The biggest part here that I want to bring up is your intestinal lining. Okay, it's only a human hair thick, right? A human hair. Think about that. A human hair thick, right? That's the intestinal lining that's right there. So it's just one of those things where I think a lot of people are under the impression that you can't get this out, and you are completely wrong. You got to get it out, and it shows up right here. Right here in this wavy kind of line right here on the body. So this is so the cool part about iridology, you can think of it just without getting into too in depth with like the charts. Top of the head, bottom of the head. This is like the stomach in the middle, right here, and this is the intestinal tract, and all of these lacunas and things are leaching out to other parts of the body. Kidney, adrenal weaknesses, lots of things going on here. Now, what I want to think. It's really important, overall to just get this out because the intestines get backed up. So who knows the famous John Wayne story? John Wayne intestines. I'm just gonna type that in. There might be a meme or something about it. Yeah, here we go. Anybody seen this before? This is what happens right here. USA Today. Let's see if we can get the whole thing. Is it going to come up? USA Today says actor John Wayne had 40 pounds of uncrusted fecal matter. Newspaper says most people who eat standard goo and glue diet have about 5 to 10 pounds of matter stored in the colon. It is said that according to the autopsy, actor John Wayne had 40 pounds of impacted fecal matter in his body. And at death, it can build up on you and you don't feel a thing. It's frightening, right? I mean, this is in the USA Today. I'm not sure where. Man, I'm not sure when John Wayne passed away, but it's just funny to see it, publicized like this. And a lot of things happen in that intestinal lining that you don't really think about, right? So without getting into like how you feel it, right? Because they just confirmed it, right? And nobody can really feel this, you just have to look at your eyes. It's the only way. You have to look at your eyes and see what's going on. Nick, you're talking about Trifala, totally important. Hippie Island. Oh, welcome Hippie Island. Much love, fam. Yeah, I just figured this out. Welcome Hippie Island. I just figured out this whole live stream, thing. So I just figured it out finally. It took me all day today as far as tutorials, and I finally made it, So I feel a little bit lucky to be indoctrinated into the club. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we're just talking detox, hanging out. I got the mucoid plaque pictures up, getting iridology. We're really going to go deep because I get this question just all the time. And these things change so often, and people really want to, get into the nitty gritty. So that's what these live streams are all about. Tim, there's new mucoid plaque in me. I mean, me too, for sure, brother. The first time that I did like a serious, cleanse, as you would call it, oh man, I could not believe it wasn't until I got into doing enemas where I started feeling like, a lot of release. And for me, I was diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome when I was 16 years old. And, going through that whole chronic state of, it was like Pepsid, like this super concentrated, crazy, big, it was just these pills, right? They got me on the pills. I went through the standard American thing for about like 2 years. My mom didn't know what to do. Nobody in my family knew what was going on. I was having like horrible digestion, horrible, chronic pain that traveled all through my GI tract. And I honestly thought it was normal to have pain in my stomach from eating. Right. And I did not know what to do. I started experimenting with food. At that time, I just, I actually graduated early and I was in college. And I started taking a yoga and meditation class. That's really where it all changed for me. Yeah. Audio sounds great. Oh, thanks, Hippie. Yep. Finally figured it out. It's been, it took, I don't know, the first almost 10 minutes of this whole live stream had no audio, and I finally figured out the transitions for the screen, and I'm doing it, right? No excuses. That's how I started all of my channel. Honestly, I was the guy living completely off the grid, no cell phone, no nothing a few years ago, and I slowly started getting into this stuff and incorporating all of this just technology into my life, and it's been an interesting balance. Yeah. So yeah, back to the story a little bit, because this is just a big part of detox, what happened with me, and kind of discovering everything through yoga and meditation, because I trace back to all of that acid and all of the stress, anxiety, all the symptoms that I were feeling were coming back to animal products. I quit dairy first, slowly incorporated more plant-based things. I mean, this is way back, over 10 years ago, and it was it was just different for me, because YouTube, all that stuff wasn't really around back then. Social media wasn't like as big as it was, and it's like, I just didn't have a lot of friends that were into this stuff, and I was just in pain a lot, to be honest with you. So you got to transitioned slowly. And then I remember the last eggs that I had was from my own chickens that I raised on the farm, and it was just like seeing that whole process of me like having my own chickens, and then them laying eggs, and then finally those little eggs became chickens, baby chickens. And I was like, wow, seeing that in like right in my eyes, and my own farm and everything that I was doing, I was like, wow, I can't eat I can't eat eggs anymore. And then I lived at the Hare Krishna temple, and made the correlation to food energy, having this intention with your food as far as conscious energy. And I haven't looked back since. So it's one of those things where I'm solidified it, and it's great. I'm solidified in the path, and I just want to help others. That's what I'm doing now, is just bringing as many people on to this path, because this is really where the future is. And what's funny is every single fast food restaurant has a vegan option now. Oh my gosh, I was just reading articles about KFC and their latest. So many people are onto the idea that this happens kind of overnight, but this has been a long road. So that's right. Hit the thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, hit it up. I'm going to be here for a while. I got everything set up, so I'm not going anywhere. It's only 3:45 where I am. It's hot and sweaty, though. It's hot. That's the thing, is I don't live with air conditioning for many reasons, and you got to stay hydrated. Thumbs up hit. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, brother. All right. So if you guys have any more questions, please don't hesitate while I'm kind of rambling on here. Quick shout out to my website, theinfinitecup.com. If you guys haven't been over there yet, check it out. Got all kinds of cool things for you to, if you want to check out my book, if anyone is interested in the real yoga. And also, I'm going to show you my Patreon page, because that's really where you guys can take action. A lot of people are interested in coaching. This is where the coaching sessions are. I have 3 packages that you can get anytime. And then let's check out Patreon real quick, because I just updated it, and this is a perfect time to talk about it, because a lot of people, ask questions like this on social media, and I want to take it to that next level, which is going to Patreon only content, right? I just revamped this. This is like a new thing that I am doing. All right. You can join my inner circle group right here. And this is the best way, okay, to get the bang for your buck at what I'm doing to help support the channel, help support all this magic that's happening. Join the satsang, join this community of like-minded people that are going to uplift your consciousness, all right? I'm just going to read it out loud a little bit. What you can do is just, read the full details. I'm not going to go into the whole page. The first page is just $1 a month. This is just a secret platform. You're going to get access to the Patreon feed. And the coolest part about this is you watch all my YouTube videos before they're released to YouTube. So that's cool. $1, a month will get you that. So just throw out the $1. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. Patreon is a win-win. I'm not asking for donations and things like that. I just believe in an energy exchange. That's what I truly believe in. So this is what I can do for you, offer you my skills, offer you all the magic that I do, and we'll get a little energy circulating. Infinite Souls is at $5. Okay, this is what you do, $5 per month. You get the Patreon only feed, watch the videos, and I get you a copy of my self-mastery ebook. It's a very small, short kind of manual, right? It's just something as a reference to look back to when it comes to self-mastery. $10 a month, okay, same thing, but you're going to get another access to the private Facebook group. I just started an iridology Facebook group, and this is something that I really believe in, because a lot of people just need that extra help. Okay, this is just $10 a month, and the biggest bang for your buck, right, is just to join the inner circle group at members only $20 a month. That's it. And they get you the interactive live coaching that I do. It's like a way you can call in on the phone. You can just ask specific questions. This is more of an intimate group, all right? This is pretty much for advanced people that really just want to take it to the next level, because I'm taking an hour of my time and giving you like a basic coaching session where you can just ask questions, and we'll just have a few people in that call, right? Once this goes up, I'm going to change the tier status. So for now, I'm really happy with this, and we're just going to stick with it. The biggest part of this, I'm actually just going to give you a signed copy of my book, too. So if anybody is interested in my book, The Real Yoga is amazing. And if you have purchased my book, if you want to go over to Amazon and leave a review, that would be awesome. I think, let's see if there's any reviews. I'm really curious. The Real Yoga. I haven't done this, guys. I've never done this. I've never looked at my own book. Oh, there it is. Cool. 2 reviews. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for these 2 reviews. I don't even think I've read them. Let's read the reviews. Hopefully they're good. Steve Williams. Awesome. Thank you. Me and my wife, Kelly, and I love the autographed copy of your book. Oh, cool. This is one of the few, right when I first released it, I gave out a few signed copies for anybody that was interested. Path of Yoga, depth of coverage, practices, would highly recommend you pick one up. You won't be disappointed. Sweet. Thank you, Steve. Rachel, thank you. Thank you, Rachel. If you're here, even better. If not, you're in the digital waves. Thank you. Infinite gratitude going back to you. I really enjoyed this book. It was hard to put down. Thank you, Robert, for this comprehensive guide. Yes. Cool. So that's there. Yep, subtle little plug to the book. And then, yeah, Inner Circle Group. We just had a meeting right here, 8:25. You can see all my videos here because I'm obviously a member. And, yeah, these you can rewatch, too. So that's the thing. The Inner Circle Group meets up once a month with a different topic. And what we're going to do is record that only for Patreon members to rewatch here. None of that goes out to any other social media, no social media platform. So that's all here, guys. And we're going to get back into detox a little bit, talking about why it's important to detox, because that's really why I created the Infinite Cup. I could have easily called it just, one certain thing like Raw Vegan Rob or something, which I totally thought about doing. The other thing, I wanted to mention is the spirituality components, right? The emotional components. How do we really get the most out of our life? That's why I created the Infinite Cup, really expanding your infinite consciousness. Yes. So vegan option is highly processed, Tim. You're totally right. Yes, brother. My birthday is 5/5/85 or 88, which is added 3 years to my life. 88, 5/5/88. So I am a Taurus, just so all the questions, because I know someone's going to ask that next. As soon as I say my birthday, I swear it just turns into a whole live stream about astrology, which I love astrology. Don't get me wrong. It's something that, we all need to think about. It's just, we don't need to talk about it forever, because a lot of people are just, getting lost in that kind of thing, when you need to just hone in back to this real life, this tangible life. What can you do right now? Like detox, right? To get on this detox wagon. And once you do this and incorporate this into like a lifestyle, that's where you're going to get some results. That's where you're going to get a lot of happiness and achieve that, mental clarity that we all want. So just saying, a lot of people get caught up in that stuff. So I hear you. Oh my gosh. Thanks for recommending Mike Love. I'm on a permanent holiday. Oh my gosh. Like my favorite artist. For those of you who don't know who Mike Love is, you need to go check him out. Seriously. One of the coolest, probably my favorite when it comes to, reggae, and as far what I call white reggae. It just falls into this kind of new category versus like the old, Rastafari dub, kind of reggae. So thank you for mentioning that, Tim, because I love Tim. I love Mike Love. And 1822. I'm an old now, but feel so young. Brian, you're so good. Oh, Nick. Okay, you're talking about numerology. Cool. No problem. I don't got nothing against astrology. Don't hold me against it. Don't hold me against it here. Satnam, I love you. Yeah, Satnam, true self. I hear you. Numerology is amazing. I practice numerology as well. Yeah, it's all good. It's all, different systems to identifying the self, to identifying, our higher self, getting in connection with that consciousness. So I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And if it really comes down to that and understanding the detox pathways, then it's all good. It's all good. Now, going further, just so you guys know, now that I have all this set up, I can finally do more live streams and, have my little office here kind of set up. And I'm going to get some more things to provide some ambience. So thank you I just want to say thank you and give thanks because of the process that this has taken so long for me. And I know you might not realize that on your side of the screen. For me, it's been a lot of work, and I just want to say thank you for being here. And if you guys have any questions, shoot them right here in the chat. I'm going to try to share the chat dashboard. I'm going to try to share this real quick so we can get some people in the chat. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to hit that button right there. See, that's the cool thing is, like, I've been going, I can finally do this on my computer, right? I've been doing it. You can go on like Instagram Live and Facebook and all that stuff, but being on YouTube is completely different. And now that I have the access to do this on my computer, it's just a game changer. I finally figured out the software, finally got everything set up, and it just feels great. So thank you. I'm going to just type this in right now, share the link. I'm live right now. And hit the buttons, and we'll get some more people over here. And like I said, I'm going to be doing this quite often, so get used to it. Get ready, and I'm going to be talking about how you can get on the bandwagon, the detox bandwagon. So it's a little slow here, and that's because I'm doing a lot. Thank you for being here. Truly inspiring. Oh, brother, thank you. This has been a dream come true for me. This is what I love to do. This is my passion in life. I love helping others. The fact that I can do this, how did that happen? Okay. That's weird. That was interesting. Just a really weird image came up for my dashboard, but oh well, it's okay. We're gonna post it anyway. Okay. All right, and one more for the good old Instagram. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, you should check it out. Instagram.com/theinfinitecup. Follow me there. That's probably where I spend a lot of time, right here on this good old thing. So I'm just gonna do a little story right here because I'm excited. Oh, screen's all blurry. Okay, here we go. All right, everybody, we're live right here on YouTube. Come join me right here on YouTube. Swipe up. Let's do this. Go. All right, so that's out there. Throwing that out there. Desiree, thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I have to sign off. Have to be at 5 a.m. Enjoying your evening. Good night. Oh, good night. Good night. A lot of people probably are in the Pacific. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, probably like 11 or 12. I'm like 8 or 9 hours ahead of all of you there. So I get it. Thank you for being here. Harley Tin Man, what's up? Tin Man join. Hey, brother, welcome. Tim Manley's asking about the strong smelling urine. Yes. Oh, man. I mean, our urine has so much to offer as far as information, right? So think about that, because I think if you have really strong smelling urine, I mean, think about like when you have garlic or onions, right? So in yoga, that falls into the category that is rajasic food, right? So there's sattvic food, excuse me, there's tamasic food and rajasic food. Tamasic is like downpulling, think of it like, downpulling, neutralizing, and uplifting. Just think of it like that. So sattvic food is like, translates to pure food, and it's uplifting your consciousness. That's uplifting your being. It's purifying your being. And again, don't get caught up in like duality here and go good or bad on me. It's just, it is what it is, right? It's like if you eat some onions, hopefully you just eat like a red onion. Don't eat a white onion. Red onions have more antioxidants, have way more nutrient density, and they don't produce as much of this energy that I'm talking about compared to a white onion. So there's some little subtleties here, or shallots, leeks, that sort of thing, right? If you want to eat them. And garlic, same thing. Think about that when you do it. It's like very powerful stuff, like really powerful to the energy system. So a lot of people, you just need to think about that as far as energy, correlate the energy to your food. That is huge, so big. I'm going to share this, copy the link, and get this out to the digital webs. Nick, another question, usually after black coffee. Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Right there, Tim. Black coffee. That's the caveat right there. For sure. 100%. I would just be ditching the coffee if you can get off of it cold turkey. Awesome. Or, wean yourself with a little mate, little green tea action, That's really the best way to do this. I think if you really want to think about how to detox properly, you want to think about the stimulants in your life, right? That's what kind of coffee falls into, a stimulant too. It's just really taxing on the kidneys and adrenals. So that's what I would do. All right, it's live. Instagram people, for those of you following me, we'll get some more people on Instagram over from Facebook. We'll bring them on over. We'll bring them on down. Thanks, Tim. Oh, dude, anytime, brother. So my parents, really addicted to coffee, and my mom's finally off coffee after so many years. And you got to wean, because of the caffeine. And yerba mate is great because it's, more on the alkaline side. That's the thing with coffee too, is it's extremely acidic. And not only is it taxing to the kidneys and adrenals, it's just very taxing for the human body because the acid, the overall acid state, and then falling into further acidosis and mucoid plaque and the whole nine, right? So when we talk about detox, this is huge because even coffee enemas, Dr. Robert Morris does not recommend that, and a lot of people do and don't. I've had my experiences, but at the end of the day, I would say that you just don't need it. I would just do regular water enemas. I had to slow up on the tea because of kidney stones. Yeah, kidney stones, man, you just need the high astringent fruits. Break that down, right? That coffee soda as well. Yes, see? Same thing. Yeah, it's like that whole, it's like a domino effect, right? It's like you click that thing and it's like one after the another. That's what you have. And then that's pretty much all what you're left with. So I think a lot of people are kind of stuck with the coffee thing because of energy. And I get it, you want that energy, but you got to understand where that's coming from as far as the overall energy in your body. We only have so much when it comes to natural energy. How are you getting that natural energy in your life? So just think about that, and you won't want to have coffee. That's the short and long version right there. Short and long version. So the biggest thing that I want to talk about, circling back to iridology, is the kidney and adrenal connection. Okay. We're going to look it up with the chart now, and tied to that, I'm curious though, since we're on the how do I get the natural energy? Good question, Jackie Welsh. Good question. So this comes from meditation. Yoga, our spiritual practice. Think of it like once the emotions are addressed, once the physical body is happy and can be at ease, we have the ability to detox and cleanse. Then our spiritual practice comes into play. Like, are you truly happy, right? And natural energy comes when you're in line with all of these things together in a very holistic way. I know a lot of people that are, not happy physically. and it's created, it's transferring into their spiritual and emotional life, right? All of these things are connected. You got to ask yourself, all of these dots, are they worth doing what you're doing? I got to take these headphones off. Slipping off. Okay, I think we're good without them. What I want to say is there's so much that comes down to how to get the most natural energy from just these daily protocols. This is something that I do. I wake up every single day and I just have that natural energy because it's a part of my practice. It's really ingrained into my subconscious, into that muscle memory, into just everything that I do. I wake up and I meditate. That's it. I wake up and I go through this practice, and it's something that is very, natural to me. So if it's not natural to you, that's where you just have to, have the proof in the pudding sort of thing, right? You get the experience, you get everything that you want out of it, and then slowly this gets ingrained into like a daily ritual that you get, that's very fulfilling in your life. Yeah. Yes. How do I get natural high vibrations sent me over? Oh, welcome. Thanks. Yeah, high vibrations. Great. John was great. Check out the podcast that we just did released it this morning. Epic podcast. Great show. He really helped me out too, getting all the live streams set up. So shout out to John X Army. Oh, I don't know how to start. Meditation music. Yes. Frequency music. You don't have to do like a traditional sit down, closed eye meditation. I would start out with something very slow, and just even having the meditation music in the background. And while you sleep, I would play around with 936 hertz is great for everybody. 528 hertz is probably the most popular when it comes to like just frequency music overall. And this is very very, very popular stuff. Frequency Revolution, welcome. Sweet. Yeah, John's great. Thank you guys for being here. This is something that I've always, talked about on my channel. It's just having the ability to talk to you live is like it's even better. So thank you guys for being here. A lot of the stuff that I've been doing is, working up to this moment right here. So yes, where's the celebration, if you will? Yeah, so if you guys have any other questions, don't hesitate, drop them in there, because frequency vibration, having this ability to change your vibration through audio, right, through just playing an audio device, is huge, and something that everybody can do. It has no limitation to it as far as the benefits that you can get from it. Like I said, if you don't have to do like a traditional like sit down meditation, you can even lie in your bed and just play the frequency music. It's that easy. If you want to take it to the next level, though, that's where I'd recommend purchasing my book, The Real Yoga. All yoga is about meditation. The asana posture, physical posture, like the stretching that you see, and most of that comes from doing it, through, I would say that's just 10%. Okay, that's like 10% of the spectrum here. We want to address our breathwork consciousness, higher consciousness. That's what meditation is. That's where the peace, the joy, happiness, that's where all of this is going to come from. So that's the real essence of life right there. That's why I wrote the book. That's what you're going to learn about. And I talk about many meditation techniques and other, methods of yoga that you can do. So highly suggest that. And if you guys want to, again, detox, it's like 70% of your toxins are flowing out through your breath. For those of you that are just tuning in right now, it's like I've been talking about detox a lot, and you got to speed up those 4 pathways. Okay, we have the breath, right? The urine, stool, skin. Speed up those pathways, and that's how you're going to get the most out of your life, because you're cleansing constantly. You're purifying your body on all of these levels, and you're really going to be surprised how much it works. Since I've been listening to the frequency and visualization, I've gotten a better job. Finances are better. Things are slowly better. See? And what we're talking about right here, thank you, Jackie, for that little testimony there. It's like these, these frequencies are powerful, and the changing of the subconscious alters your belief patterns, which you can, create that life that you've always wanted, create all of that job, that health, that abundance, that whatever it is. I have a specific frequency and a specific guided meditation for that, right? And it's all free. It's all free on YouTube. So check it out. I mean, if you guys have any specific questions, really that's what it comes down to, is getting into what particular frequency works best for you and resonating with that, and then slowly changing your belief so you can create that reality that you want. So a lot of this comes down to how are you doing it? And I think so many people are just trapped and stuck in that first part of like, how do I do this? What do I do? It's like you got to break that cycle, break that stagnant energy flow and get into this prefrontal cortex, get into that human self. And a lot of people, can't access this because of toxicity, right? I mean, a lot of the stuff that I talk about, a lot of the stuff that I do, comes down to cleansing my physical body so I can access these higher states of consciousness, so I can, meditate longer and just do it, It's not going to happen from everybody just waiting on the sidelines. It's just not going to happen that way. Yeah. What about ridding bad energy out of the home? You need some sage. Burn some sage. That is the best way. Yes. I mean, if you feel specific entities and, it's getting like really intense, that's like another conversation. It's just important to clear the energy out of your house with sage. Yeah. Sagebrush. It's very common, grows all over the Pacific Northwest. I love it. I picked quite a bit in California and then brought it over here and we just burn it. Actually, now that I think about it, we weren't supposed to do that. So shh. Yeah, great question, because energy, correlate that energy to your body, correlate that energy to what's happening within the body, and you'd be surprised what kind of benefits that you can have from it. Roommate jealousy, yeah. Being aware of the people that you absorb, you're absorbing other people's energy. It's real. It is a real, people. I'm going to pull up a little Google screen here and we can kind of get a little bit further into iridology and talk about that, because I think it's the most important thing. For those of you just joining us here, we've been talking about detox, talking about all of the iridology things that are happening in our life, and you can read all of these things that we've been talking about, whether it's the GI tract, whether it's energy, anything like that. I can read in the iris. Okay, so how I know that is iridology as a chart, just like any other chart, whether it's your lips or feet, forehead. And when you look at this chart, you can see every particular gland, every organ system, you name it, is right here in this chart. So if you think about it, this is the real magic in life. We got the eyes, ears, thyroid, back, stomach. Again, like I told you earlier, think about the stomach right here in the middle of the pupil. Most people have what's called a rosary right here, because the bowel wall and intestine lining is just completely out of track. Here's your spine, kidneys right here. I see a lot of deposits in kidneys, testes, ovaries, spleen, heart over here, and this is all brain, hypothalamus, pituitary gland. And the coolest part is, remember, your body is a mirror. So, we have 2 lungs, for example, right? And 2 kidneys. And anything that's going to show up in your right arm is going to show up in your right iris or your right lung, right? So just something to think about when it comes to how you can get the most out of iridology, because if you know truly, like have true clarity on what's happening inside your body, you can just direct that, right? Use the proper herb, diet, lifestyle, and go target that symptom rather than wasting a lot of time and money on other things. So that's the biggest thing when it comes to detoxification. this is really big when it comes down to how you can get the most out of your life. I'm telling you, it's something that has changed my life for sure. And I can't live without it now. So that's why I just want to help people through this coaching session, through iridology. So this is what I do. If anybody is interested, you can always sign up for an iridology reading. I charge $89.95 an hour, and then if you want the full reading with like protocols, copy of my ebook, and unlimited coaching through email, that's the $300 package. But that's truly for only serious people. Join the Patreon group. For those of you joining in, I just revamped my entire Patreon page. I'm really taking it to the next level. Exclusive content right here on Patreon. We're doing monthly interactive live training sessions, okay, where you can call in on the phone, get more in detail about specific problems, whatever's troubling you. I want to hear about it. I want to help you get to the bottom of that, all right? So this is what we talk about. Next month, we're talking about spiritual practice, how to really get the most out of a spiritual practice, right? It's a 1 hour session, and this is limited, okay? So this is the different tiers, $5 a month. You get my Patreon feed, and you just get to watch all my YouTube videos before they go to YouTube, okay? Copy of the Self-Mastery ebook, discount offers. I have a lot of things that you guys can save money on when you want to buy some products at my affiliate store. That's all discounted products that I use. I wouldn't use anything that, or I wouldn't talk about anything that I didn't use. So now Alchemy Ormus is amazing. How many people know about Ormus? How many people use Ormus or have heard about it? Anybody? Brian needs a good detox. Dude, we all need a good detox, right? Who's heard about Ormus? Anybody know what Ormus is? Huh? Ormus is amazing. Okay. I use this a lot, and there are a few different products in here that I would recommend. Shilajit, absolutely incredible for getting the most out of your mineral absorption. Okay. That's what I'd recommend as far as all of their products. I love the Himalayan Gold. That's my favorite. So I really think you guys should pick up some Ormus Gold if you're want to take it to that level. Make sure you use the Infinite Cup discount codes on all the stuff that I'm talking about. Like, it's just a way to save money. Everything that I use right here in the product store: superfoods, baby, moringa. I have this amazing Synchro Gold for anybody that wants to take their anti-inflammatory game to the next level. Black pepper, ginger, turmeric infusion right here. Plant medicine is finally available in a amazing, safe way thanks to Soul Drops. Learn more about that here. And my favorite daily green boost, really good barley grass juice powder. Okay, so enough of that. Let's get into iridology. All right, live dashboard. Jackie Welsh. Oh, thank you so much. We got a $2 donation. Jackie, you are the official top donator, first and top donator. So I'm going to add your name to the top donator right now. And Jackie, what is it? W-E-L. Gosh, how do you spell that? W-E-L-S-H. Okay. Jackie. Oh, I messed it up. Hold on. Patreon page. Okay, here we go. Bear with me. There we go. There we go. Okay. First time doing this. Thank you for your $2 donation. You are greatly appreciated. And we're going to get you back on the screen. There she is, Jackie Welsh. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate you being here, joining the community. And the dashboard is live. The chat screen looks good. You guys should have been here at the very beginning of the live stream. Oh my gosh, I had so many technical difficulties. So many technical difficulties. But it's all good now. We're back. We are back in action. I just want to give a quick shout out to Jackie Welsh. Thank you right there. Top donator. I got a good section right there on the page for you, and it worked. Never heard of Ormus. Is there shower filters outside of Florida harmful chemical? Yes, Steph C. Good question. I can show you a few that I would recommend because, yes, it is a great question, and you need to filter your shower. Yes, please filter all of that water if you live in the city like that. If you watch my videos on YouTube, I only get spring water, and second best to that is like getting a jug and going to the machine, getting the reverse osmosis distilled water. Like, these things are way better than using regular tap water. So yes, sink water, same thing. That's what I'm talking about. So I don't use the sink water. I don't use any of that. I go and I get the so I can brush my teeth with my hands in. Yeah, exactly. Definitely want to, get on the spring water. That's something that if you check out findaspring.com, I can even type that in for you here. Findaspring.com is a great website. Okay. That's completely free, where you go and you get all of this. You get free access to springs all over. Great place to look for a spring near you and bring your jugs, go fill them up, bring them back home, done, right? Like I said, the second best would be going and getting in the store. I'm sure a natural health food store or even a dedicated water store in your city has a filtered water access. So that's what I would do. I would not use the stuff in the house at all. Okay, cool stuff. Thank you, much love. Never heard of Ormus, Nick. Cool. Well, that's a good way to start because Ormus is amazing. Think about the monatomic structure, the elemental structure of the periodic table, right? There's always more than one element. Like, think about H2O, right? Hydrogen, right? Oxygen, right? So what you want to understand when it comes to Ormus is this is monatomic. This is something that is transcends the periodic table. It's not on the periodic table. This is something where we are taking this process and kind of structuring it through an alchemic process in order to get these minerals that are found in the earth. And now alchemy does a good job because they do different products when it comes to the spectrum. So it's like the base Ormus with added things, whether it's CBD, Shilajit, different things that are going to uplift and inspire you as far as your creative centers and all of that too, because this is acting on the emotions and the spiritual bodies. It's not just like the physical body, again, because it's monatomic. All right. So really good way to think about this as far as incorporating this into your protocol, because it's super easy. I take like a half a dropper, when I feel like I need it, and it is like very powerful. Very powerful. Okay. Good question. Does black seed oil help detox pineal gland? Yes, it does. I have a great black seed oil that I use. I don't have it around, otherwise I would show it to you, but it's absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh, that stuff is powerful. That's something completely different than Ormus. It's obviously it's a concentrated black seed that is extracted completely in a natural way. It's so legit. A lot of people are against oils, But I love black seed oil. It is amazing. It does so much wonder and so much magic. I really enjoy using that. Not only does it detox the pineal gland, but it just detoxes your entire body, and it's going to address certain areas in your body that might be hard to reach. So yes, great question, Steph Z. It does target the pineal gland and just overall detox. Yeah, it really does, and get a lot of that going. I'm going to bring up another chart to show you. I made a few videos about the black seed oil. I'm still using it. I just think it's very powerful stuff. I think it's incredible. I think everybody should be taking it. Yeah, I do. It's one of those things, unless you're pregnant or breastfeeding. It's one of those things you do not want to take if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. And yeah, iridology chart. Here it is. I got it pulled up. Let me see if I can transfer the screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Here we go. Booyah. Okay, so I wanted to show you another chart that kind of gets more. This is the traditional chart right here. This is the one I wanted to show you because it just has pictures on it. Did I click on the button? Okay, let's just go back here. Okay, that's what I want you to see. Okay, look at this. Let me zoom out a little bit more. There we go. All right. So this is the more in-depth iridology chart that you're going to see, and this is the one that I use often. But I have another one that I use that is not on Google or anything. So again, if you want to schedule an iridology session, that's the best way to kind of bring clarity to this. Overall, the body is a mirror, and this is how you can understand what's happening in the lymphatic system, how you can understand what's, causing these symptoms that you're experiencing. The lungs are right here mirrored on right here at 3 o'clock, and what is that, 9 o'clock? Yeah, on each side. Beautiful image here with like little pictures, right? With the leg at the bottom. Just think of it like the overall body. The spectrum on the top is the head, feet on the bottom, stomach, colon, everything in the middle. This is the biggest thing when it comes to understanding detox and how to really get the most out of your body, and like herbs, fruit, high hydration, getting the lymphatic system moving, getting the kidneys filtering. I mean, it's huge. It's huge. And again, that's just the top physical component, right? The next thing would be your energy, right? Your chakras, your chakra system, because things get blocked energetically. I could tell you a story of someone in a yoga studio, yoga class. Oh, Brian, donation. Just join your Patreon, my friend. Can't wait to grow with you and everyone here. Oh, thank you so much. Oh man, Brian, give you the much love. I gotta put him on there. Brian Holm, he's the new top donator. I gotta change it. BRYAN. What is it? HOLM. All right, Brian, dude, you are the man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for joining the family. Thanks for joining the satsang. There you are, right there. Brian, everybody, shout out to Brian. Throwing the $5 out. Much love. That goes a long way. I really, really appreciate it. What helped? Frequency revolution. You're talking about eczema. My husband has it on his hands. I keep telling him it's what he's eating. Yes, 100%. I mean, you are what you eat. Yes, 100%. You have to connect those dots. He just got it 2 years ago. I make creams with essential oils and they aren't working. Jackie Welsh, the throne. Sorry, yes, the throne is taken by $3. It happens, You gotta spread the love. Eczema is okay. Think of it. Okay, as like I said earlier, the overall detox pathway is the skin. Okay, so without getting too in depth with what's happening in the human body, just think about the skin. Like I guarantee you, he's not sweating. Like your husband that we're talking about here is not sweating enough. Okay, so that's really what we need to address: is how can you get that lymphatic system moving? How can you get the liver detoxified? Okay, think about the skin, correlate that with the liver, right? Get that thing flushed out, right? He probably drinks a lot, I'm guessing. You know what I mean? There's so many things that are happening on the physical body that people, aren't addressing with their addictions, right? Alcohol is huge, and dropping, like when you drink alcohol, coffee, and these, things in the standard America, it's like you're very much only, you're in a chronic state of acid. At the end of the day, let's not complicate this. Think about acid and alkalinity, right? That's what it all comes down to, is understanding that over time is a big, job for the body to do, to process all of that waste, to process all of that acid. So yes, we're looking at and addressing like eczema on the surface, right? And you're talking about essential oils and creams and all. I can go down that rabbit hole all day. That's why I'm talking about it starting like at the liver, and then like without even getting into smoothies and juicing and herbs and fruit, without even getting into that, just activate a little bit of extra energy and sweat. You know what I mean? Activate the liver, activate the lymph nodes through massage. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things that you can do that are going to help you. Yeah, a lot. Yes, he drinks a lot of coffee. He drinks a lot on the weekends. Yeah, exactly what I'm talking about. See, so you got to flip that switch. These self-healing mechanisms aren't gonna produce. They're not gonna happen in that state of acid. It's just not possible. So, and again, it's not like you want to be too crazy on the alkaline side. The body fluctuates constantly, but it's called acidosis. It's the chronic state of acid where most people are trapped in because of their diet, lifestyle, habits, all of these things. And that's what leads into eczema and all these other symptoms that you can go on and on about. At the end of the day, though, like I said, we got to address the core issue, which is the liver, skin, filtering lymph. I guarantee you there's, things happening that are not filtering and properly in that body. I would need to confirm that with iridology, but it's happening. We both know it. It works in a salt mine. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Really just think about, like I said, even if he works in a salt mine, get him in a hot shower, get him sweating, get him in a cold therapy, give some alternate, get some lymph massage, get things moving. That's the best way to do this. Yeah. Brian, don't be sorry, man. Just wanted to share what I can. $5 is a drop in the bucket, dude. All for it, man. I'm all for the donations. Let's bring it on. There's no competition. I just had to put the top donator. I want to, give you guys some recognition for being here. I mean, I'm not just doing this all by myself and toot my own horn here. This is a amazing community. Like I just want to hug everybody and just, this is the community that we've created, this digital life that we all live in now. I mean, you got to uplift each other and be a part of this consciousness. So yes, brother, thank you. I appreciate you. And it's a big part of it all. Salt mine, yeah, the coffee thing. Yeah, you're going to get over it. He'll get over it eventually. When he wants that energy, when he wants that vibrant energy, he's going to get it, right? You gotta want it. It all has to come from within. You have a beautiful heart frequency revolution. You're saying that, basically because you love him and you want some, more longevity. We all want to live longer with our loved ones and be happy and be healthy. And that's beautiful. At the end of the day, this is rooted in karma, rooted in a lot of these things that are happening beyond our physical body, right? So just think about that as well. There's a lesson to learn there. I guarantee it. Cool. Let's keep jumping right along here. I was talking about chakras before Brian got bumped up there to the top donator. So let's see. We're going to go Google search chakras. Okay, we're good. Check this out. Okay. So this, I'm just typing on Google here. I'm not using any of my own images or anything. I just want to throw that out there. This is the chakra system. And who's familiar with the chakra system first before I just get into this? Anybody? Everybody know about the chakras at least? Or is all of this completely new? I'm curious. Jackie, this is new for you? Chakra system? You never seen anything like these pictures and these beautiful, you might have seen on a poster somewhere, or because this, even though we're kind of talking about spirituality now, it still has a lot to do with detox. Brian, honestly, this is all new to me. No? Okay, cool. Okay, sweet. Just wanted to know. So just chakra translates to wheel. Okay, chakra, the Sanskrit language, translates to wheel of energy. So these little balls of light here are energy centers in our body. And let me show you another one. Like this one's pretty good. Let's see if I can blow it up a little bit. There we go. Oh, there we go. So the crown chakra here at the top of the head, right? This is why I wear my hair up and have a lot of it's called jetas. This is dreads, the corn crown chakra, right? And connecting to that higher self, higher consciousness, circling down to the third eye. Most people know about the Anya chakra, the pineal gland, right here. Oh, sorry, I'm pointing at my forehead when I forgot we're all looking at this chart. Throat chakra right here, heart chakra, solar plexus, down to the root. And you'll notice this is all colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Basic trust, okay, responsibility, root chakra, survival, right? Like you have to survive on planet Earth. Okay, root chakra, that's what that's all about. That's how information is circulating in that energy center. Sexuality, creativity is in the orange. Wisdom and power in our third chakra center. Love and healing in the heart chakra. Communication in the throat chakra, of course, right? Communication. Are you speaking your truth? Awareness in the third eye, our Anya chakra. And spirituality, connecting us to that divine energy that is available to all of us. So this is something that I'm very, I talk a lot about, because even though you might think of detox on the physical level, I've been in a yoga class and had a woman next to me just like completely drop on the floor crying and bursting out these emotions. And it's because she uprooted one of those chakra blocks, right? She uprooted this energy from her. And it happened in a yoga class, and it was because she had a block in the chakra. So think of like a trauma or injury, anything that can happen, and it's like scar tissue on the it's like scar tissue, like an energy scar tissue. It's like it blocks our energy meridians, and over time this manifests into a physical dis-ease, whether that's what we're talking about is something as simple as eczema, liver issues, whatever. It's going to have to travel all the way through these realms before it manifests on the physical plane. So think about it like, how can you activate these chakras? How can you get the most energy from them, get the most vitality? It's what's called kundalini, right? Getting that kundalini rising in through the spine. So this is something, if it's new to you, I would start by just simply doing a lot of energy work with what you do in your yoga practice. Excuse me. It's something that there is a lot of energy that you can channel within the spine. So doing that. Oh, let's swipe back real quick. There we go. This is a good little chart here for affirmations, right? How many people know about affirmations? right? Anybody? Because this is the next level when it comes to kind of unblocking these chakras, right? Like, has anybody ever felt lonely or depressed, right? Anxiety, confusion. You see, everyone should be typing yes, yes right now. I know it's not a popular subject. It's just, we all have waves of this. And so this is the crown chakra, and this is, I am at peace, right? This beautiful affirmation, this mantra that we need to ingrain into the subconscious to relieve this depression and loneliness. This is a great little chart. This Anya chakra, a side effect of having a blocked Anya chakra might seem like confusion in your purpose, or you have nightmares, poor sight, indecisiveness is another one. Yeah. So a way to reverse that symptom and balance everything out is to go, I am calm. I can solve my problems. See? That's a great little chart. Frequency revolution. You're talking about a Kundalini awakening. For weeks, my whole body was vibrating. My crown chakra thread, I was shooting out like a laser beam. That's right. Then after that, I shut out my body and started astral projecting. My guides started talking to me in clear audience. Yeah, same. There's a potential within all of us that is not awakened, and that's really where Kundalini starts to be fun, right? Because you can really do this in a way that is uplifting to all aspects of your life. Way to go. Way to go. If you want to talk about that a little more, I might want to have you as a guest on my podcast. So I do a lot of, I talk about a lot of that stuff on my podcast just because I want to share people's stories and share a lot of that inspiring information for others, because we all need to hear how natural these things are, how easy it is for everybody. It was after I started doing yoga, eating vegan, and drinking spring water. See, that's what it's all about. Thank you for tapping into that. Thank you for being the change. Yeah, because a lot of people are just, stuck in those programs, stuck in those survival programs that they've created, and it doesn't have to be that way. So, thank you. Yeah, cool. You're on John's show. Perfect. Yeah, well, I'll get you on my show too. That'll be fun. We can have fun. You should just direct message me or email me on theinfinitecup@gmail.com. I'd love to have you. Be fun to connect. Yeah, this has been fun. Man, it's already been 2 hours. Time is flying. And I think I'm going to wrap it up here pretty soon. So, DC, I've been having a lot of gas lately. Yeah, man, digestion. You have to rewatch this whole live stream on detox, and we went really in depth with digestion, really, because that's obviously what's missing in your life. You need to speed up that digestion, and you'll be able to assimilate those nutrients and have a lot more, a lot less gas. Yeah, I can repeat. Yeah, the infinite cup @gmail.com. There you go. High vibration. Just tap right. Thumbs up. Thanks, brother. Thanks for your help, John. Appreciate it. All the work. I finally got the stream set up. Feels good. There it is. So thanks again. Good podcast. We'll have to schedule a time where I can come on your channel here pretty soon, especially now that I have all the setup going here. I'm good to go, brother. We'll make it happen. Thank you. Appreciate it. It took me 4 hours of tutorial videos and a lot of setup, but it's working. I'll get the studio, fully ingrained. We have a nice little tight room, so it's going to be great. It's going to be great, man. I'm excited because live streams are the future, and I'm all about it. I just want to connect with you all, connect with this amazing like-minded community, and just grow and just manifest all this abundance and just tap into our higher selves right here in this magic. So that's what this is all about. And yeah, just if you guys, again, we are going to be doing this more often, and I'm going to have guests on the show too. Like I'm going to do a live podcast basically like this. So it'll be fun to interview people as well and have it on a live stream. And yeah, just can't wait to connect further with everybody. DC, do you recommend a sea salt flush? That's a good question. I've done it once in the past, and I would not recommend it. It is very taxing on our body, the internal systems, and what I would highly recommend instead is just doing water enemas, right? Or juice fasting, and doing a lot of, and Dr. Robert Morse calls it the GI broom. It's basically a way to cleanse that whole GI tract, right? We need to cleanse the colon and cleanse these organ systems out. And this is how we're going to get the most out of life. And I think a lot of people are just, we don't need to get caught up into what works the best. We just need to know what works best for you, right? And if you like the sea salt flush, then go for it, man. For me, it is just a little too taxing for the body. It was a little too aggressive, right? So I prefer, a nice home enema, or doing juice cleansing, taking the time out of my day where I am dedicating just to that, to really speed up detox and get all of that happening. Yeah. But good question. Thank you guys again for being here. Thank you for being a part of all this magic. It's been almost 2 hours. I'm going to wrap it up here right at the 2-hour mark. So get your question in. Get all your questions in. Shout out to Brian Holm, our top donator at $5. Jackie, appreciate your donation as well. And again, you guys, you can find all of my products, all of the things that you can want to shop for on the affiliate links at theinfinitecup.com. There is iridology coaching available. If you want to have a private session with me, check out theinfinitecup.com. Sign up for my Patreon account. That's really the best way to join, because you get an inner circle group. I've created a group where we can really just take this to the next level, and I do live trainings once a month. If you've already purchased my book, if you leave a review on Amazon, that really helps. Go over to Amazon, check it out. If you join the Inner Circle group for a limited time, I'm going to be offering signed copies of my book. I think I have a max. I'm going to do a max at 20 members, because I only have, I think, 10 or 13 copies of my book here. So I'm going to sign those and send them off to you as far as a little token of my gratitude. And it's probably the best way to, take it to that next level, like I said, and, really amplify all of these techniques and start practicing what I'm talking about in all my videos. So, Amanda, coffee, caffeine, detox advice. We talked about that earlier in the video. You need to wean yourself out of coffee with yerba mate. This is a tea that is going to help you really flush out, because we need to get on that alkaline side of life. We really need to get over there and incorporate more. Basically, you want energy from a natural source. A lot of people are just addicted to that coffee for that natural, or for the artificial energy, because it's coming from your adrenal glands, it's coming from your kidneys, it's really taxing on the nervous system. So we need to replace that with something a little bit more sustainable, which is a breath work, meditation practice, tapping into energy, grounding, getting outside, nature, right? All of these things are going to be really, really helpful. Yes, thank you. Oh, Brian, thank you, Nick, for the feedback. Appreciate it. Thanks for sharing your wisdom with us. You're a great teacher and have great communication skills. Thank you, baby. Throat chakra is activated. It took me years. Thank you. Like I said, guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm definitely not going to go over 2 hours. I have a baby and beautiful fiance to tend to. So it's just been amazing, and just thank you all for being here. And I'm going to, like I said, get used to this. I'm going to be doing more live streams, and we're going to really take it to that level. So thank you guys again. Much love. Peace.